Cool. Just finished watching a little film called Chinatown, starring Jack Nicholson and Faye Dunaway. And this is the second time I've seen this film. The first time I watched it was about 3 years ago. When I first moved to LA County, I was living in Pasadena. And, I thought it was okay then. It was fine. I was kind of in and out while I was watching it, doing other things. But this time, now that I live in the San Fernando Valley, which if you've seen the movie, now you understand why my interest was piqued a little bit. And focusing in on the movie this time, what an amazing piece of noir film. So if you haven't seen noir movies and you're interested in it, I've looked at a few already, Big Sleep was one of them. If you're interested in looking at noir movies but don't like black and white and want something a little bit more modern, this is perfect. Very, very strong movie. Something I noticed watching it the second time was the historical influence on Los Angeles. It is fictionalized and this stuff didn't really happen, but the story follows Jack Nicholson. He's a private investigator and he's hired by a woman to investigate her husband. And as he investigates, the story unravels that woman's not actually his wife, and he and his actual wife's father kind of created the Department of Water and Power together, and now her father is buying cheap land in the San Fernando Valley and trying to get it to incorporate into Los Angeles and sell it at a higher price by manipulating water supplies. It's a little tough to explain shortly, but as each part of the story unfolds throughout the movie, it's easy to understand. Kind of made me feel a little bit guilty living in the valley in one of those neighborhoods that was bought for cheap and sold for expensive, even though I don't think it really happened. It kind of made it real to me, because they're talking about streets that I recognize, and they're visiting places I recognize, having lived in LA for a few years now. So it was really interesting for me seeing it the second time after about 3 years. The other thing that I noticed was my perception of Jack Nicholson. I realized while watching this, I haven't seen a lot of his movies. I know him as an actor, I've seen a bunch of them, I think, but I haven't rewatched them or seen them recently. The only one that I can remember seeing recently is The Shining. And the way he speaks in this and in The Shining feel exactly the same. So he's the protagonist of this story. He's the good guy. He's the one that you're following and that the audience connects with. As he learns stuff, we learn stuff. But every time he talks, something felt so untrustworthy about him because all I could hear was The Shining. And it messed with me a little bit. But his scenes with Faye Dunaway are fantastic. They're just absolutely stellar performances by both of them. So it wasn't all, here's Johnny. It was, it was good. It just freaked me out a little bit. I'm no, he's The Shining. He's scary, but he's not scary in this movie, but he's scary to me. So that was that. I don't think there's anything else I really wanted to say. It's very, very good film. Exposing kind of the history, the dirty history of the town I now call home. Tomorrow I'm going to do a little something different. Cody and I are going to the Monday Night Raw, which is being done here not here, but in Anaheim, just down the street. So we're going to have something a little different tomorrow for our weekly wrestling watch. So stay tuned for that, and until then, bye.